All of this happening.
Chicago police were called, but by the time officers arrived, the attackers were gone. The damage, physical and emotional, is not.
Because my head was so sore, I couldn't touch it to take out my hair. And then I have more.
Oh, no.
Back here.
Drew has worked at this location for 2 years. She's been off the job for a week, trying to process what happened, and says Chili's needs to add security.
I just want to know, how will they move forward? How will they fix that? How will they avoid that happening again?
We reached out to Chili's for a comment, and so far, we haven't heard back. As for Drew, she's bruised but not broken.
At no point did I threaten anyone. At no point did I say that I was going to do anything. I was quiet. They could have just left, but they came. They all decided to come back in and attack me.
And says she did nothing wrong and wants J Party of 6 to be arrested and charged.
I can't believe that something like this happened to me, because if you ask anybody, I'm nice.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all have a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is a little bit of ratchet behavior from you-know-who, the typical suspects. It seems this is an ongoing thing within the black community. It's getting quite annoying that this is consistently going on. I will have more updates on this story as well, but what this main story is that this woman was just simply greeting, doing her job, and of course these EBT terrible black people decided to attack her for no reason because they can't stand waiting. So that's what's going on here. We're going to be showing that as well, and what's all the mayhem that costs, and discussing on how this is all going. So without further ado, let's do this.
Reader inside this Chili's is what set this entire incident in motion.
They're hitting me in my head. They're hitting me in my body. They're hitting me everywhere.
It started last week when a group known only as J Party of 6 didn't like the wait time.
Get sad. I said it's going to be another 30 minutes. They were upset. They started yelling. They were like 30 minutes and like just being aggressive.
As they walked out, Brianna Drew said the same line she gives every customer.
They decided they were going to leave. I was like, all right, you all enjoy the rest of your day. And they assumed that I was being sarcastic and trying to like play with them. But I was just, that's brand standard.
But Fox Chicago obtained video showing what happened next. A brutal beating inside the Chili's at Marshville Plaza, located in the 1700 block of West 119th Street.
The rest of her party, they came rushing back in the restaurant, and they all kind of just attacked me.
The 19
Yeah, so this is absolutely degenerate behavior. So black people, you need to start asking me on why you're acting like this. If you want to actually have actual racism or people to show why there would be racism towards black people, this is actually a legitimate reason on why to have racism towards black people. Because you little ends decided to go out and attack this woman because you cannot stand the wait time. Now, if the wait time is too long, normally for me, I'm all like, okay, that's all good. I'll go to another restaurant. It's fine. I don't go out and viciously attack someone because there is a long wait time. Or if it's the fact of the matter is that you attack this woman here because she said have a great day and you think that is an insult, that's a way bigger problem on you and than anybody else. This is ghetto behavior. This is a type of behavior that I can't stand. Of course, it's always the black people that smell like weed and are trashy, terrible, have temper problems, and you guys need help. So obviously, every last one of you should just be put in jail for at least 10 years minimum. So you guys can sit back. It's like, oh, well, JMReports, that's terrible. How could you do that? It's like, no. I want these ends to be put in jail for 10 years, every last one of them, and then be ostracized for the rest of their life for acting like this. I am so tired of the black community acting like this, man. Like, why is the black community constantly acting like this? This is monkey behavior, all right? This is just straight up monkey animal behavior. It needs to stop.
Year-old single mother was first hit by a woman, and then a man joined in. What do you see when you look at this?
Chaos. It was a lot. I don't even remember all of this happening.
Chicago police were called, but by the time officers arrived, the attackers were gone. The damage, physical and emotional, is not.
Because my head was so sore, I couldn't touch it to take out my hair. And then I have more.
Oh, no.
Back here.
This is are we doing? You ends are a huge problem. You ghetto ratchet black people are a problem. There's a reason why people are tired of us and why they don't want to deal with us. It's because of crap like this. You fly off the handle because you ends just can't stand. You ends just can't stand waiting. But that's why you fly off the handle? Really? Is that really the reason why you fly off the handle? You deserve prison. You deserve to be ostracized. And if we have black people, if you go into a restaurant and you see black people and you see people turn out the other way, well, why would I be surprised? When they see you acting like this, what else do we do? It's black people's fault this is happening and why other races and people are tired of us. Because of shit like this.
Drew has worked at this location for 2 years. She's been off the job for a week, trying to process what happened, and says Chili's needs to add security.
I just want to know, how will they move forward? How will they fix that? How will they avoid that happening again?
We reached out to Chili's for a comment, and so far, we haven't heard back. As for Drew, she's bruised but not broken.
At no point did I threaten anyone. At no point did I say that I was going to do anything. I was quiet. They could have just left, but they all decided to come back in and attack me.
And says she did nothing wrong and wants J Party of 6 to be arrested and charged.
I can't believe it's something like this happened to me, because if you ask anybody, I'm nice. Everybody says I'm nice. The regulars, they love me.
As for Brianna Drew, she says that Chili's is conducting their own investigation and Chicago police are too. From more.
So yeah, there's nothing that's going to happen here, because what's going to end up doing this here is that the only thing that Chili's can do is have black people be completely banned. But of course, you're going to have other people say like, well, that's racist. Well, guess what? That's the only other way, because there's nothing that security can do against a mob beating of that size. It really is that simple. There's nothing a security can do with a mob beating of that size. So we're going to go to the next thing, all right? We're going to go to the next big thing here where this happened, right? There was a corkscrew type of situation here. Now, we're going to go to show exactly what I found here, because it's kind of crazy on what is going on. I have put in an FOA request, so we'll see. I'll update you guys if I ever actually get it. So we'll see what happens.
Well, tonight, the Chesapeake NAACP and the Virginia State Conference NAACP are demanding answers after a fight in a Chesapeake restaurant. 9 African-American women say restaurant staff discriminated against them over the incident, even though they were not involved. The women say they want to raise awareness and are considering legal action. Layla Cox joins us now. And Layla, you've been speaking with these women and their attorney for the past 2 weeks.
That's right, Janet. Shakoya Somerville Holt told me this morning she and her friends are hanging in there and will do what it takes to bring awareness to an unfortunate incident so it doesn't happen to anyone else.
And as we got up to leave, it felt like we were doing the walk of shame.
Shakoya Somerville Holt says what started as a Friendsgiving celebration turned ugly very quick.
We didn't even get our drinks, and a physical altercation happened between 2 African-American women. We did not know them. We were not affiliated with them.
A video obtained by 13 News Now shows the fight between the 2 women at Cork and Bull, but what it doesn't show is what transpired afterwards. That is gaining a lot of attention online. The 9 women dining at Cork and Bull were told by management they had to leave immediately.
It's disgusting that we have to have it blurred, because you have ratchet ghetto women having to dress so unproductively that this is happening. This is an actual embarrassment onto the black community, and this happens way too many times with black women and stuff like that, and it's disgusting. It really is disgusting. Like also, there is nothing in quotation marks bad for what the woman in pink is wearing, but the reason why, if you see the more unedited or blurred out part, you could see pretty much everything because it's full on clear. So these are just ghetto ratchet black women that don't deserve any time of day and honestly deserve to be behind bars.
I questioned, are you shutting the entire restaurant down for tonight? No, we're just not servicing you all because y'all like to fight.
Mrs. Holt says no other parties were asked to leave, and when law enforcement arrived shortly after the woman that fought left, Cork and Bull management asked Mrs. Holt to take responsibility.
And the other 2 women, they were already gone by the time law enforcement arrived. So the manager asked me to give a statement. We wasn't involved in this.
2 weeks later, the group of African American women say they are still embarrassed, shocked, and confused, but at the same time grateful for the outpouring support from the community. The Chesapeake and Virginia State Conference NAACP chapters are standing united with Mrs. Holt and her friends.
This is what we do. When we see cases of racism, when we see cases of injustice anywhere and everywhere, we call it out and then work to rectify the situation.
Now, I actually have something here that will probably indicate a bigger story onto what's going on here. But here's the thing. The reason why they were kicked out is because there is more stuff that's been going on meets the eye here. And I'm sorry, if you're affiliated or doing stuff like that, it's crazy behavior. I mean, it's like, you don't know who's going to act up or start doing stuff like that. And this guy's always, these people are always going to harp the racism card. Well, we have a bit more of this situation here, all right? Because there's a little bit more that is that we need to talk about. Now, I don't know how true this all is, all right? Because obviously there is a lot to take in here. But what we have is that what this Paul Wilson is saying is that employees are reporting they involved themselves even though they didn't know the two persons by yelling loud, instigating the fight. When the two women left the restaurant, the manager and employees started cleaning up. Why did you encourage them to fight? She and her table then accused him and the hostess of being racist, starting yelling again and assaulting them. So he returned and told them, "We're not going to serve you tonight because you all like to fight. Understand that yelling and disrespecting the employees is also fighting." So this is what we have here, right? So if that is the case, and these women were actually instigating the fight in this instance, this is a huge problem. Like, that means that there's a reason why that would make this this would make this whole thing flip on its head. Which I wouldn't be surprised another group of black people are trying to use the victim card to try to get some type of money in some type of way. So there we have it. But of course, this is from a person in the comment section of YouTube, which is not predicative, but I have requested an FOIA request or what have you, and I'm going to see if it gets accepted. And if it gets accepted, I will show you exactly on what the response is. I requested to see if they what the actual statements were done before and after the situation, so I can report to you guys exactly on what truly happened here. So, nonetheless, all we have is these people's points and statements. But yeah, I think it's enough to say that we're tired of dealing with black people like this. We're tired with dealing with fights just being insane. So at the end of the day, we got to clean up our attitude. We got to clean up our culture because this is disgusting behavior. I am sick and tired of every time I see something terrible. It happens to be a black person committing some type of atrocity or embarrassment, and it needs to stop. And it's always black women that ends up fighting like this too. Like ratchet, stupid, ghetto, ratchet black women. So again, I don't want to deal with these black people. I don't even want to associate them with black people. They're a different species altogether. So yeah. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.